enhance revenue mobilization, and you can also speak really on bringing in the informal.
In partnership with the United Nations Development Programme (UNDP) and the World Bank, the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development has launched the Public Investment and Management Strategy in Kampala.
Launches and opens the dissemination of our public investment financing strategy.
This is in line with the United Nations and its partners in Uganda in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs), a global call to action to end poverty, protect the global environment, check climate change and ensure that people everywhere can enjoy peace and prosperity.
The implementation of this financing plan is a priority for government. The overall cost of financing all government planned programs is estimated at 411.7 trillion Ghana shillings. This averages 82.3 trillion shillings over the 5-year NDP3 period. Government's budget has been close to 49 trillion shillings, hence the annual financing gap of close to 33 trillion shillings. In light of the huge development needs, including the Sustainable Development Goals, borrowing and grants are necessary but not sufficient option for funding government programs.
A senior economist with the United Nations Development Programme, Dr. Thangavel Palanivel, who is partnering with the Finance Ministry on this cause, noted that the challenges facing the financing sector was the basis for their partnership to have the public gain interest in investment.
As we discussed this morning, this is not a kind of a strategy which is, rock and stone. It is a working strategy. It would be actually reviewed periodically and updated the strategy every few years, because the change, the developmental landscape change, because the countries or the region experiment frequent crisis, disaster, pandemic, so therefore it will be changing. And the coming years, what the development partners interested is that how we could support in implementing this public finance investment strategy.
The acting director, Debt and Cash Policy at the Ministry of Finance, Maris Wanyera, is hopeful that even when the government does not have money to realize this dream, some partners are willing to invest money in the project.
We think that there are options out there. There are partners and even the private sector who are ready to partner with government to implement some of the commercially viable projects. And that means government does not have to necessarily be the one to finance these projects. If it is social responsibility for a program that has to be implemented by government and don't necessarily require a loan or using domestic resources. But the strategy is also looking at how best do we use domestic resources, our tax revenues, what should they be financing.
In 2015, world leaders met in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and agreed to the development of integrated national financing frameworks that provide a structure for financing sustainable development at the country level. John Jimmy Musembi, Anaya Ainzabyona, Church of Uganda Family TV, News at 8.
Welcome to the Minister.